Hopefully everybody's in a good place. I know that a lot of you will have not gotten a notification, so this is going to be a replay for many of you if you care to follow. But that is kind of just how things operate with life. It happens that way sometimes. So I'm just trying to get myself set up here, get myself set in the chat so we can see what we have going on. I guess we're so fresh that nothing's even popped up yet. Good morning, Major. Well, it's not showing that I'm live, so that tells you how it's going already. So we're gonna take a look at our chat here. Fred, how are you doing? Matthew, good afternoon. Take a look at all messages. There we go. But we're just going to enjoy the breathing. Just enjoy that deep breathing. Little mindfulness this morning. Oh, how is everybody doing? For the fathers, how was Father's Day? For everybody else, just how was your Father's Day with your father or in remembrance of your father? How did all of that go? Oh, it's been a good week. It's been a very good week. A lot of discovery, a lot of lessons going on. My chat disappeared here. My chat disappeared. Chat filter, yeah. Interesting. Interesting. That's okay, guys. I guess what that means, maybe that what this is telling us is that it's just time to sit and breathe. That's what we're here for today. Because it's not giving me anything. I can't find myself on my computer, and I can't find myself on anything else. So let's just take some deep breaths. We're gonna go in the nose. 2, 3, 4. We're gonna hold that. 2, 3, 4. We're gonna exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold that. 2, 3, 4. Continue that pattern. We want to breathe, inhaling for 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold that breath. 2, 3, 4. Slowly exhale it out. 2, 3, 4. And we're going to hold it. 2, 3, 4. That is our box of breathing. The inhale, the hold, the exhale, the hold. That box breathing. We'll just enjoy some breathing. Just enjoy the breathing. There's if you can hear, there's a loud neighbor who's on her phone this morning. And this is where focus, blocking things out, and having the understanding that there's a difference between noise and sound. What she's emitting is a lot of sound. The noise is still within us. The noise are all of those distractions, all of the things, people, activities that we allow in our lives that keep us from really focusing and accomplishing the things that are going to be best for us. So while we dim the noise inside of us, we can also focus past the loud sounds. whether it's a loud neighbor on their phone outside, barking dog, traffic. Get those things in order, get them addressed. This is where meditation is important. Those deep breaths, and we're untangling that knot. We're untangling those Gordian knots in the mind, whether it's one. Remember, to address the knot, you first have to accept it. If we don't acknowledge existence, then we can never figure it out, because we're denying its existence. Once you accept and appreciate and accept that there's something there, then you can begin to solve it. You can then begin to study that knot and find out where do I start? Where's the portion of this where I start to work it loose? Because knots are always tied from something. They are bound from something, just like a cramp. How do you begin to alleviate yourself of it? Same thing with the puzzle pieces. To acknowledge that you need to finish that big picture, you have to acknowledge that it's incomplete. So, what are we doing to acknowledge some of those incompletions? Because nothing will change until your mind does. So, once we start to make change, then we can begin to make the corrections. The knot, the puzzle, the equation, all of those things. And as we're breathing, that nice deep breath, that relaxing, regaining, relieving, releasing. These are breaths of clarity. They're going to help us be able to see a clearer picture. Yes, indeed. They're going to be able to help us focus on what we need to and rebuild. And rebuilding is not a bad thing. It means we may have experienced some sort of a setback, and we just need to rebuild from it. There's a lot of lesson in loss. There's a lot of lesson in growth and failure. It shows us where we have deficiencies. It shows us where our planning may not have been as thorough as we had hoped. That's all that it's showing us. We learned so much from setbacks and loss. In the nose, remember, nice deep breaths. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Beautiful way to start the week. Whether you are in the middle of your day, whether you are at the start of your day or the end of your day, wherever you're at in the world, there's never a bad time to sit with yourself and just think. Just think sometimes. And sometimes being even without the thought is all right as well. We want to have ourselves in order and rested so we don't experience a mental, emotional, physical, spiritual fatigue. Those positive thoughts, that positive energy, this resonates from within. It's all about your internal. We can be exposed to many external things, but our internal controls it. Things happen from the outside, but what do we do about it? I'll use this neighbor on the phone. If you can't hear her, she is cursing like a sailor, which is fine. She's also extremely loud. That's fine. But what we do about it is we continue to meditate. This is very similar. I've had neighbors in the past when I would work out, they would come outside and smoke in their backyard as I worked out in my backyard. And I would just put a mask on. Same way if I was just cutting the grass or doing yard work, I'd put a mask on and keep working. And when winter came and it was bitter cold outside, the smoke stopped. Why? Because I wanted to work out more than they wanted to smoke. And so sometimes we learn things through these small battles of attrition. So we will be out here meditating and have been out here meditating and exercising long before, since, and after this loud neighbor will ever be. And there's consistency and discipline. Keep the breathing going. Beautiful stuff. We will stay breathing. I'll take another look and see, can I find myself on my computer? That's incredible. I cannot. YouTube will not locate me on my own channel. That's okay. That is okay. It's very interesting though. There we go. There we go. So we'll see if anybody's joined us. See if anybody's here. Make sure we've gotten water today. There we go. MOP is here. Lost in Dream. Okay. I do see some folks. I did terrible, but still got some benefit out of that 2 minutes. That is okay. That is okay. If you're new to it, then it is not something that we often just are a natural at. Wangford, Tasha, it is good to see you. I still want your hairdo. It's super cool. I appreciate that. Denzin, I need to meditate uh, today myself. Fantastic. Scree, good morning. Okay, I can see everybody. I can see everybody. I can see clearly now. My screen is pretty new, never done it regularly. And here's the thing, Lost. Once you've decided to, now you're found. That's the cool part. But when I first started meditating, and I've shared this before, sitting in an upright kind of position, it took my mind away from the focus, which is like getting into myself. So I would lay all the way flat. I would lay all the way flat, and I would sit or lay in a completely dark room. If you have to put some over your eyes, that's fine. If you have blackout curtains, that's fine. And then I would put on some very relaxing, like new age music. It sounds very cliche, and to some people it might sound a little corny, but that's how I got myself going. And I would just lay there, and I believe it may have been like during summer, so the room was warm, not hot, which allowed me just every convenience to not have to think about anything else, to lay flat in the perfect temperature with no light and music that kind of allowed my mind to relax. And that's how I got there. And the first time it like really hit me, I was laying back and I just had tears like running back. It was really cool, very cool. So absolutely continue on that path, because the thing is, if you exercise, you go running. They call it a runner's high. Um, Sometimes when you're doing something as simple as like your yard work, but you're thinking about other things, that's meditative in itself. So you have examples of it that you're already doing. Jay, it is great to see you. Let's continue to take some deep breaths while we get some water, guys. Let's get that. Tasha, how have you been? How are things in New Zealand? Lost, if you are new here and have not hit the subscribe, let us earn your subscription. Stick around, let us earn your subscription. We'd love to have you. We go live every day. We'll be doing our 100 push-ups later and some workout. I figured we'd do that at the park today. We would love to have you guys, new folks in the chat, because meditation is a practice of training awareness and focusing your mind. It doesn't require a silent room or special cushions. Yes, absolutely. I'm already subbed. Didn't realize. Well, that's fantastic. Welcome back. Isn't that like the boomerang or the homing pigeon? You found your way home after a long way away. Pretty cool. So we're talking about that deep breath in the nose. 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna hold that deep breath. 2, 3, 4. Slowly and easily exhale. 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna hold it. 2, 3, 4. Nice deep breaths. And for some of you at work, when you get those 15-minute breaks or your lunch, we've seen many coworkers that will go sit in their car or they'll go sit off by themselves and things like that. And if they're not on their phones or they're just, before there was a phone, it was just a way to catch that mental retrieve, that mental reprieve where you just got to get away from everything. That's a small form of meditation in itself. It doesn't always have to be deep subconscious searching. It's just allowing that a lot of things you get to just decompress from and think your way through. Ultimately, how are you doing? Dave, how are you doing? Superior Dave is here as well. I understand that's how I've been meditating, like through the day doing things, but I'll start doing more deliberate meditation. I believe that it helps, and just to be able to have, like what you're saying, just the smaller things. I think that that's a great place to start for a lot of people. I really do. Growth of me, how are you doing? Let's meditate away the rain for today. Oh, welcome that rain. Matter of fact, go out and meditate in it. Get yourself some grounding. Get yourself a little thought. And just to show, I am going to lay back a little bit. I am going to lay back for a little while. I don't have my mats all the way spread out, but that's okay too. Oh, so we can just lay in the supine position, or also known as the cadaver. And if you wanted to, I've even laid on my stomach in the prone position. I'm going to bring my microphones up here because I think the sound gets lost sometimes when it's down on my neck. But we're going to take those deep breaths. In the nose, we're going to hold that. Exhale and hold that. And this doesn't have to be performed for long periods of time either. Again, a good 10-15 minutes just to kind of decompress, take a few things off your plate. That proverbial count to 10. So if you're under a lot of stress, it just allows you the ability to bring down those stressors. And start to feel all of this flow all the way to your distal points, all the way to the tips of your toes, to your fingertips, from the top of your head. Feel it. Feel all of that. And sometimes I'll take my fingertips and put them right on my chest so I can feel that heartbeat, that nice, easy heartbeat from all this relaxed breathing. And then I can feel that chest rise and fall. I can feel myself filling up with air and then releasing it. Feeling that good exchange of oxygen, oxygenating the blood. The better the oxygen, the clearer the thoughts. Again, those deep breaths and hold them. Just count your head. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to hold that. 2, 3, 4. And let's exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold it. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to sit back up. Nate, good morning. Colby, how are you doing? Good morning, guys. And I know we can hear the sirens in the background, but that becomes sound. We don't want to qualify it as noise because the noise is inside of us. We're quieting the noise inside us. We understand and accept that there's sound. We can identify sound. And if you notice, our noisy neighbor is no longer there. We're not in competition with them. We're just here in competition with the version of ourselves that may have been distracted by that before. That may have said they're too loud. I can't hear myself think. Well, that thought alone is what's keeping us from not being able to hear ourselves think. Focus beyond those externals. Your internal is much stronger. Continue to grab some water. Matthew is on the ground in Ireland, and the rain is here. You're sitting in on this one? Fantastic. On the ground in Irish rain. I feel like there should be a song, a little ditty about that. Sat a man named Matthew. Yes, indeed. And I will address what comes to me first. Sometimes it's a smaller thing, a smaller issue. Sometimes it's a larger one. So sometimes we have more than one thing. Just like a shopping list, we have more than one thing on a list. We have more than one on our to-do list. So that's often helpful. Lost for me, I really see it as developing a different way of seeing beyond thinking and our perception. Hard to explain further. That's exactly what it is. You have to redefine your thoughts and what your definitions of things are. Am I a victim or am I a survivor? Sometimes it sounds the same, but it's a small difference between those things. So when people ask, why does this happen to me? Or you can ask, what am I supposed to learn from this? What is life teaching me? Our perceptions, our priorities, our perspectives. Again, I've used the one many times about your car not starting or having a flat tire so you're not able to use it to drive for the moment. But that's momentary. And in comparison to what many others might have, a car is a luxury. For many others, that's their home. And for many others, they wish that that was their home. So a lot of times our perspective on things, to realize we still have good things. We just need to know how to address and manage what happens around us. You can only do that if you step back and see the bigger picture. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I've learned that seeing the bigger picture also involves being able to focus in on every drop of paint or every pixelation within that print. So we can see all the things that we need to, so you understand exactly what you're looking at. It's your picture, guys. It's your life. It's your picture. See the large things, the priorities, but have the innate ability to focus in sharply if you need to. And it is a practice. That's why people practice meditation, because it's something that you do every day to get better at. The same way you work on an instrument or cooking or a foreign language or your mile or your squat or your bench press, all of those things, they require consistency and discipline. You have to be present in those moments and have a want to do these things. So you have a willing spirit. Beautiful stuff, guys. I'm going to continue to keep drinking water. Keep drinking that water. Lost in the Dream, you're explaining it perfectly. Dave, how have you been? Matthew, how is that rain? Does anybody else have rain that they're getting to experience as well? I'm a huge advocate. If it rains and it's not lightning or flash flooding outside, go outside. Enjoy that rain. Enjoy that rain. But I also recognize that there are a lot of places where it rains a lot more than it does here. And so people are probably more adapt to avoid it. But I say enjoy it. Scree, yes, absolutely. Just a little bit of rain. That would be nice. I know we're in for it where I don't think we're going to see some rain for quite some time. Nothing like rain. Cleans the air, leaves everything smelling fresh. Matthew is enjoying it. Absolutely fantastic. Dave, it's amazing what we can do when we believe in ourselves. I was a homeless drug addict for some time until 6 years ago when I met my wife and she saved me from myself. I have a great life today. Thank you for sharing that. That is incredible. That is incredible. Absolutely, Dave. Dave got 3 inches. It's still pouring down, and I like it. Fantastic. Well, I hope you get to go out and step out in it. I know it's not always what the first thing people think, but if you got your swim trunks, just step outside in it for a while. Have a towel ready. Remember those nice deep breaths. RCG. Have you told yourself today that you're ready, you're capable, and you're grateful? Who has taken their RCG today? This is your time. I'm grateful we get to spend it together as our time. Indeed, Scree took the RCG. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm just nodding here just to get a bit of a stretch right in the back of the neck. Relieve some of those stretches, those stressors. Major got his, yes. I'm bringing my head up, and then I'm just slowly exhaling and putting my chin down to my chest. Hopefully, we're feeling it on the sides and along the back of the neck. And we can hold that. And I'm going to inhale coming up. I'm going to hold it. Then I'm going to exhale, come on down, and hold that. Dave, I agree. RCG every day is vital. It's important to tell yourself something positive at the start of your day. Absolutely. Give yourself that gift. Before the world starts asking you to start giving, give yourself something. Give yourself that gift. Let's take a little bit of time to turn the head. So again, we're going to start from one side. We're going to inhale to the center. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. And while I'm holding here, I'm giving myself a little bit more turn, just a little bit, holding it so we feel that stretch. Hopefully it allows some of those tense muscles to ease up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. My neck feels much looser. Just that little bit along here feels much better. I'm going to take the time just to roll. So I'm going to start again on the same side. I'm going to inhale, but just keeping the chin pointed down. And exhale. And almost just trying to keep my chin to my chest and rolling, transferring my ear to my shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Good stuff. Inhale. And we'll hold it. And exhale. And hold it. I'm letting my head kind of be weightless here. I'm not using my muscles. I'm trying to relax my neck as much as possible so the weight of my head also helps stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Yeah, guys, if you need more guidance, you can check some of the other morning mindful meditations, and they are part of the library here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. King Fire, how are you today? King Fire, I am really enjoying the content you're putting out, my friend. Love it. Love to see what you got going on. Shout out to the Egg Queens, that puppy you got, the outings with the family. Beautiful stuff. And the exercise, of course. There we go. In the nose. Exhale. Here we go. Guys, if you haven't checked out King Fire's channel, he's over in Belize and has given us a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff coming out from King Fires. Jake, how are you doing? Inhale. Let's hold that. And exhale. We're going to inhale. And exhale. Happy to see another day. Absolutely. Because we're not guaranteed any allotment of time in this life. We're not guaranteed. Enjoy each breath, each thought. Jake, how have you been? What's the latest? Superior, yes. Looking for that beach day. There we go. There we go. All right, guys, we'll take the time to roll those shoulders gently. Oh. And again, we're just wanting to break up the tension in the neck, the shoulders, areas that we carry stress a lot of times and may not even realize it. Helping release those tensions. For some, may help with headaches as well. There we go. We have the inhale, slow exhale. Tribe indeed, King Fire. Tribe indeed. I am super grateful to get to see what you have going on. Jake, I do have coffee. Generally, I'll have maybe 2 cups per week. I'm not a huge coffee drinker. No energy drinks, none of those nicotine or caffeine patches, no soda. Luke, much love to you as well. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. That means even more when people don't have the time and they still stop by. Taking time for yourself daily is a vital self-care practice proven to reduce stress and anxiety. It helps you recharge and improves emotional intelligence. Yes, guys, you get to think through things. Simply the best way to start my day, the IAA way. Fantastic. We love having you. Absolutely, King Fire. I'm going to go backwards with these now. Oh, oh, good stuff. Good stuff. I hope everybody had an amazing yesterday, whether it was you as a father or remembering your father, spending time with your father. however you spent it. Oh, let's open up. Let's open up those shoulders, that breathing. And as you see, I'm just putting my legs out as well. You don't have to sit with your legs crossed. We were in the supine position earlier, just laying flat on our backs. Whatever it's going to take to help you get into that relaxation, that release. It's not mad. This can help your mind. Just take a minute. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes it's going to take a moment to kind of blow away the, the stress on top of it, the all of that external, so you can get to the internal. Absolutely. And again, focusing on the areas. So we got the neck, we got the shoulders. We can certainly just take a little time and gently, just gently. I've got one hand behind me for support, and I can just gently put one hand here. Sometimes we'll do more involved stretching, but right now we're just talking about still nice deep breaths, nice mindful thoughts. As we do know, we do understand that a stiff back often will detract us, will detract our thinking. My back hurts. My back hurts. My neck hurts. It's stiff. What are we showing? We're showing all of that noise in our heads because we can't focus past what's happening. I appreciate the kind word, Major. So we just want to be able to wake up the body. Just take that time, and then we'll come back to the center, and we will just reach forward. So we've stretched our spine to each side. We've got a little stretch to each side. Now we can just gently reach out and touch those toes. Nice and easy breathing, because our lower back may be a little tight. Hamstrings may be a little tight. The calves, still parts of our shoulders, back, and arms. So we're still going with that chin down to really allow the stretch to really get those areas that we needed to. And we're taking those deep breaths, relaxing, relieving, retrieving, releasing. Nice deep oxygen exchange in our blood through those clear breaths, clarifying breaths. It's going to help us think clearer. Feel it, every bit of that molecular. Getting that air all the way down into the alveoli, very, very bottom of your lungs, where all of that air exchange with oxygen into your blood. Helping calm down your heart, slow that heart rate. It's good to have a nice, easy resting heart rate. Feel those deep breaths fill your lungs. Tidal volume. Tidal volume. It is that filling of the lungs. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. King Fire, pain is okay if you know the cause. The worst thing is to be sore or in pain and not know why. Yes, I like to know I'm sore because I beat up my body exercising. King Fire is absolutely right. And King Fire, I'm still sore. I think I'm finally recovered from our squats and squat hops the other day. If you guys did not see it or do it, by all means, I invite you to go check it out. I know exactly why I've been sore these last 4 or 5 days. Yes. And we know because we worked major. Whew. Yes. Dave says, on mornings I get up, stretch, and lift a bit. I only drink 1 cup of coffee and I'm off to the races. I drink 3 cups or more if I don't. Yeah, get off to the races. Get off to those races. Oh, oh, just taking the time, guys. Wake the body. Waking the body. And we want to wake our mind, body, and soul on our terms. On our terms. We don't want to be jerked into the chaos right off of the bat. We want to have time to say, I will get into this pool on my terms. I can easily wade into it rather than have somebody grab me and throw me into the deep end and it's cold and I wasn't ready. You can take the time, guys. You can take the time. I've been there. We've all been there where you wake up in a panic. You may already be late or you think that you are. And what do you feel? You feel your heart just exploding. Your mind is already racing. Your body is trying to scramble. We've already set the chaos and we've set it at high. We've turned it all the way up. Turn it down, guys. Turn it down. Allow that you can just tell yourself it's going to be okay, especially on days if you are late. It happens, guys. And the more you stress about it, the more panicked we get and the less we're thinking clearly. So take that time to make sure you're giving yourself the gift of just saying, it happens, it's going to be okay. And it's better to show up late someplace safely than not show up at all because something went wrong as a result of rushing. That is a great tip. I agree, Lost. There's no clarity in panic. There's very little chaotic focus. Those are oxymorons like jumbo shrimp, things like that. It's chaotic for a reason. It is not focus. It is not focus. So we have to make sure that we can obtain focus in chaos, even when it's self-induced, especially when it's self-induced. Externals we can walk away from. I'm not taking part in that. I'm out at a restaurant, and for some reason, some of the other patrons are having, a loud discussion or a fight. I can walk away from that. I don't have to control that. That's the external. I control the internal. Now my internal controls the external by removing my internal from that external. So that's the clarity. Just take a minute out of your day resting the mind, yes. And do it multiple times throughout the day. That's why they give you breaks at work. A break at work, certainly run to the restroom, things like that. But a break at work is also designed to break up, almost like a study break. So if you're working for 3 4 hours and they give you a 15-minute break, well, that's very similar to studying. With studying, I would probably take breaks a little closer in between, but make sure that you're taking the time to focus and like get those stressors out and maybe give yourself a little, I call it a timeout, like in sports. What do coaches do? They call a timeout, bring everybody together, you huddle, and then you come up with a plan that's going to help you go against what you're currently seeing. We're not always going to see the same thing. And even if our environment is the exact same, we're still a different person each time we step into it. So we have to understand how are we going to address this in a different form of fashion. Sometimes it really is needed. Yes, indeed. Indeed. And simple, really, if you were late, leave earlier. No stress needed. Yes. And when it's something that you've planned and everything is smooth until it's not, like you hit that car accident, again, make your phone calls if you can, or you just arrive and you explain what happened. But don't show up panicked. Don't show up frazzled. Don't show up off of your game. Just show up ready to do what you were going to do if you had gotten there on time. It happens. It happens. But what we want to identify is, are we the cause of it, or was it something that we had no control over? We still can calm our minds. Now, if we have a habitual problem of being late to places, then we have to change. We have to change that. And that way, we first and foremost take the stress out of our mind, because we know when we're late. And we know when we're driving faster. We know when we're trying to get someplace because we're trying to make up time. And we see other people doing that too. We should never stop learning. We should never stop growing. So sometimes the growth to say, ooh, I need to do better with that. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Just because we reach a certain age or a certain education level or socioeconomical status doesn't mean that we shouldn't keep learning. We're not too grown. I find that extremely sad when people say, I'm grown. Then you should know better. But people use I'm grown as an excuse to not have to do better. Nice deep breaths. We're back to it, guys. And hold it. And exhale. And hold it. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. And hold it. King Fire is RCG heavy. Keep the vibes positive or beat it. Yep. Or if I pull up to negative vibes, I beat it. Absolutely. What did Michael tell us? He told us beat it. And that's exactly what that song is about. That's exactly what that song is about. If it's not for you, beat it. Dave, I strive hard every day to aspire to have hair like coaches. How many sit ups till my first dreadlock? That's great. Let me know so I can keep some going, Dave. Brother, I'm looking like I'm mad, but I've got you in my ear. The rain has stopped. I love it too, Dave. Thank you for that. Uh, Matthews, sometimes it's not what you look like, it's on the inside. So people tell me I look mad or like I got a, aggressive looking face, but I'm calm on the inside. So sometimes it's not necessarily what's on the outside, but if we can relax our face, as long as we don't have the scrunched up Mr. T face, then I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Here we go. Dave, you made my morning. I like that. Oh, nice deep breathing. Go back to King Fire, guys. Beat it. Absolutely. And we all know the video as well. And it was all about not being in a place that you didn't need to be. Matthew, were you able to get outside in the rain? I still think there's a ditty, a jaunty tune in that. Matthew O'Day in the Irish rain. He looks like he's mad, but he's not in pain. Matthew. All right, enough of that. Enough of me trying to make up Irish ditties. I'm out back in my garden. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. I would love to see some of that. Guys, if you ever want to share what you have going on, you don't have to be in your videos, but we would love to see what you have. where you get to meditate, where you get to exercise. King Fire has been showing us some amazing stuff. Major shared a picture with me of some of his crops. So anything that you guys would like to share, if you don't want to post it on your channel, that's fine. You can send it, and I would be happy to post it on the channel for the community. But would love to see what you guys see. Beautiful way to start our Monday. Oh, beautiful stuff, guys. Beautiful stuff. Are you able to meet me at the park? Are you able to meet me at the park in the next couple of hours? Who can meet me at the park in the next couple of hours? That would be fantastic. I want to be able to get a little of the sun, and we'll get those push-ups, and we'll throw in some extra stuff as well. But I want to do some of that in the sunshine. I think that's an important part of our journey, is to get out in the sunshine. Join Usin, join Usin Major. I'm on my way. I'm booking a flight now. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, I'm not sure where you're flying or how long you'll be in the air, but if you have a layover, you can check back in. That would be kind of cool. Checking in. David says, hopefully I'll be home. I hope you will be too. But if not, I hope you're out there safe. UK. Okay. Fantastic. That is, I would love to travel to the UK. That would be nice. We will look for you guys, but in the meantime, we will take the time to say namaste, and then we will reconvene for those 100 push-ups. Lost in the Dream, I hope we will see you again, and welcome to Impact. If you haven't subscribed, we would love to have you. So, again, feel free, but I believe you said you'd already been subscribed. I do remember that now. So, yeah, check back in. Have a fantastic day, guys. Namaste. And I will look for some of you in the next couple of hours, and we will be at the park. Much love.